I'm in the middle of the strip like, my God, my God.
What it take to be your nigga, baby? I live too high class to live this slow fashion. Highbrow niggas with pseudo compass, just give them past this. Other words, living right past them.
Hey y'all, it's Aya and I'm back with another video. And this video, I have been wanting to do a video like this for forever. I've always wanted to do a story time. I enjoy watching story times, and like I just want to be that type of person who always got a story to tell. But I don't. So I can tell the story of my first car and how I wrecked her. Yeah, I wrecked her. So I am a sophomore in college. This is right before Corona had hit. This is the first semester. I just was wanting to get a car and wanting to learn how to drive. Because mind you, I do not have my license. And at this time, I had only driven a car once and it didn't go too well. I almost crashed into my dad's truck and my dad was yelling at me and it terrified me. And so I just put off the whole thing. I was just like, I'm not doing this. As I grew up, became a sophomore, and I realized how much Ubers are, I decided I wanted a car because I'd rather put $15 in my tank than spending $15 for Uber. That was when I started to like get the idea in my head, like, yeah, let's go ahead and get a car, let's get a car. But it didn't really turn into, yeah, I'm getting a car whether you like it or not, until the semester when COVID first hit and everybody was home. We was all doing online schooling and I was just sitting in my room all freaking day long and I was by myself and I was just like, I don't like this. Like, I want the freedom like everybody else has to just get up and go whenever I want to. Like, don't even have nowhere to go. I can just go, you know? Don't even have nowhere to go. I can just go up the street and come back if I wanted to. And so that's when I started asking around, like, how much should I save up and how much, like, where to get a good price for a car at. I believe I already had $1,500 saved from my last refund check. And so I just continued to get refund checks because I was taking summer courses and I ended up racking up $3,000. I was like, okay, it's like, is this enough? I was asking my parents, like my aunt and stuff. I was like, okay, is this enough to get a good, decent car? They was like, yeah, you should be able to get something decent and reliable with that. Maybe used, maybe beat up, but like, you should get something good with that. You could get something good with that. My dad, he was like, he didn't want me getting a $3,000 car because he didn't want me, because I'm like, $3,000, you could get a car with it, but it's not going to be the best quality car. You know, the more money you have, the better car you can get. My dad decided, we're going to go to a used car dealership. So that way we know that the used car, so that way we're getting a cheaper car, but we know that it's been inspected, we know that it's reliable, we know that it's good, we know there's nothing wrong with it because it's coming from a dealership. And he had got my the car that my sister was driving at the moment. He had got her car from his dealership and he had got his car from the dealership that he just got like a couple months ago. So he had been to the dealership a couple times, so he knew it was reliable. We go online and we looked at cars and make sure it's under 100,000 miles. We don't want a car with 100,000 miles. And just, you know, just picking out some cars before we go in there so that we can just go in there and be like, okay, we want this car, we want to look at this car, we want to look at this car, you know. And so we get there and I did not have a good experience there because like I just felt like he was very rude towards me. I felt like he was nice towards my dad, very nice, but like he just wasn't addressing me or anything. And like, yeah, I understand that my dad is handling the finances or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's my car. When you need somebody to put that down payment down, the money's coming from me, so you should be addressing me as well. Like, we had left and he was holding the door for us, and he had said bye to my dad. I said something to him. I was like, bye, or like, have a good day, or something like that. And he didn't even look at me. Didn't say nothing. It was just like he was looking up or something. I was like, bro, like, you being rude for what? We get there, and my dad, I think we had picked out like 3 or 4 cars, and we couldn't see. And so the first one that I really wanted, it was a Honda Civic Coupe. Oh my god, it was so freaking cute, y'all. It was a little sports car, and he was like, oh, we can't sell that. There was something mechanically wrong with it. And my dad was like, oh dang. He was like, yeah, you know, these auction cars, you know, it's a hit or miss. Y'all, tell me why my dad went back and got that car. Like, he is currently driving that car. I steal his car. I will steal his car. Anyway, and so we went down the line. We picked out another car. I forgot what car it was. And the man, he was like, okay, let me go get the keys. He couldn't find the keys. He was like, if we ain't got no keys, we can't look at it. And so we was like, okay. And so then we went to the next car, and it was a Honda. I think it was I want to say Honda Accord. It was so nice, y'all. It was a dark silver. And I wanted a black car, but dark silver, like, that would have been good for me. I just like dark cars. Dark silver had black interior. It had a sunroof. It had heated seats. It was so nice and clean inside. It rode real smooth. And so we went in there, and we was like, we like it. And he was like, okay, so like, how much are you guys wanting to put down? And at first we was like, can we put down 1,000? My dad was like, when we go in there, don't tell them that you got 2,000, so that we can put a down payment for less than what you actually have, you know, keep some money in your pocket. And so they came back, and they was like, because it's an older car, it was a 2010, I believe, 2010, and it had like maybe like up to like 75,000, 8,000. I said 8,000. It was like 75,000, 80,000 miles on it. And so they were like, well, since it's an older car and it has a lot of miles on it, the bank is gonna want you to put $4,000 down. The bank is gonna want you to put more money down. And so they was like, since it's an older car, it was like a 2010, and they were like, since it has a little more miles on it, it had about 75,000, 80,000 miles on it, and they were like, the bank is gonna want you to put more money down. And so my dad was like, okay, well, she has $3,000, because like at this point it's like, I'm gonna have to put it all down. And so he went, talked to the bank, came back. He was like, nah, they're not gonna go for it. They want at least 4,000. And I was like, well, I ain't got 4,000, so we gonna have to do, like, I was like, I don't have 4,000. And he was like, I mean, like, you can find a newer car that has less miles on it that's still a good price, like a similar price to the car that you will come back, and we'll go through your inventory and we'll come back. So we went through the inventory, and so we left, and I think like a week and a half had passed, and a week and a half had passed of me looking through the inventory, and I found my baby. She was so cute. She was a 2017 Nissan Versa, small little car. She had 45,000 miles on her, and she was about 9,000, one of those. And she the thing was, she was in where was she? She was somewhere, Morrisville, child, I don't know where she was. She was on a different lot. So the dealership that we have, they have like multiple dealerships, and she was on a different lot in a different city or town, whatever you want to call it. And so the man, he went to go get the car for me, and we looked at it. Me and my dad, we looked at it, and we drove it. But before we looked at it, I was doing research on the car. And because like that's something that I always do. Like anytime I want to do something, a hairstyle, try food, do makeup, anything, buy a car, I always do research on it. And so once I saw that, okay, I like this car, I want this car, it was like, I was like, I like this car, I want this car. So I went to go research it and like see how people liked it, see if it was like a good, decent car. And so when I did the research, I found out that the car was manual. So I didn't have any electric locks. So it didn't have any electric locks, it didn't have any electric windows. And I told my dad that, and he was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, well, we can still look at it. Like, since he drove it all the way down here, we can look at it. And so my dad drove it. I liked it. Like, I was willing to look past it. And so my dad drove it, test drove it, and he was like, what do you think? I was like, I like it. And I was just like still iffy about the whole locks thing, because I didn't want to, because I knew that the car was coming with me to Greensboro. And mind you, I'm from Charlotte. I knew the car was coming with me to Greensboro, and I don't trust Greensboro. A lot of people who I meet from Greensboro are real weird, especially over by my campus. Like, they're real weird, and a lot of stuff goes on by the campus. And so I didn't want to be in a city that I do not really know like that, even though I've been here for like 3 years. I don't really know the city like that. Also, I have a new apartment. I came to my apartment. I've never been in this area, so I don't know what this area is like. Even if, and then if I have to go back to campus, the campus area, they be weird over there. They be doing a lot of stuff over there. They be popping up there. And I didn't want to be in a situation where I need to be in my car right then and right there, and I'm sitting there fumbling with the key. I want a keyless entry, just for like my safety. And so that's why I was still like, and like I expressed those concerns while we were there in front of the guy, and he was like, oh, I got a guy who could put the locks in for you. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, that's why I could put the locks in for you. And so I was like, okay, if that's the case, like if he could get somebody to put the locks in for me, then yeah, I'd do it. And so they drew up the paperwork, and he put in the paperwork that he was gonna have somebody put the locks in for me. I signed it. Well, my dad signed it, and I went to go pay for it, and my card kept declining because I've never made that big of a purchase. And so we left the car there. This was on May 24th. We left the car there, and he was like, okay, you just come back like either the next day or a couple days later with the cashier's check, and we'll give you the car. And so me and my sisters, we went to go get the check and gave him the check, and we drove it off the lot, and well, gave him the check, and I was like, so what about the locks? And he was like, oh, well, my guy, he's real busy, so we'll just call your dad and tell him when you need to bring the car in. I was like, okay, cool. And so I think like a week or something passed, and we go back. Me and my sister, we drive back, because mind you, I still can't drive. I had learned a little, because mind you, I still don't have my license. So my sister is driving the car. She drove it off the lot, and she's driving the car to go get the locks put on. We get there, the guy is looking at the car, and he's like, these are manual locks. I can't do anything with this. So he didn't say he could get the locks for me. He said he could get the keyless entry for me. So I'm thinking, like, if you out there and you watching this, you was wrong for that with your bald-headed self. Anyway, so I was mad about that. I was so mad about that, but it was okay, because at this point, I already fell in love with her. I named her sparkle. She was a nice little white car. Here she was. That was the day that that's the first time I saw her. She was so pretty, so cute. She had black interior. She was like the cutest thing ever to me. I take care. I took, ooh, that was my baby. That was my baby. And like, I started to get decorations for her. I had that little pink little furry steering wheel, and I had the little pink furry gear shit. I had like the little LED lights under there, and like I tried to bedazzle my radio. But when I was doing it, it was real hot. I said I got her in May, so like I was doing this in like June. It was so hot outside, like I stopped halfway and did not want to go back. So yeah, like my uncle would come over once a week to take me driving. My sisters, we would I would drive them everywhere, like just to get practice. And then it went to the point where I was driving to my uncle's house every day, and he wasn't even coming to teach me. Like, we was driving his house every day because we was working out with him. Like, I was just driving. Fast forward, we get to Greensboro, right? I drive us to Greensboro. Fast forward, it is a move-in day, and it's moving day to come here, and I drive the car to Greensboro. It wasn't my first time driving. It was my first time driving to Greensboro, but I had driven from Greensboro before. So my first time driving to Greensboro. And we get here, and, you know, it was a smooth ride, even though I almost did crash because so Greensboro has a lot of half circles. Greensboro has a lot of half circle exits, and I was getting off the exit, and I don't know why I did not see this. I did not see the 25 miles per hour sign. Like, telling you, go 25 miles per hour. Like, come, bring it down. You cannot go in here going 70. I did not see it until the last freaking minute. So I'm over there pressing the brake, bro. I'm still going in hot. And it's, like I said, it's a half circle, so it's a turn. I basically come to a full stop, and my tires screech. It goes, my sister was just looking at me like, and my stepmom was following me the whole way. She was like, she was screaming at her car like, you going in hot. And I'm just over there like, I'm in Greensboro, driving around Greensboro. Like I said, I don't really know this city, so I have to use a GPS for everything. Now I had a little phone stand so that I could put my phone on there. Because I'm not good at directions anyways. Like, I still need GPS to get around Charlotte, and I've been in Charlotte for almost 21 years, my whole life. And so I had a little phone stand, but it was breaking. It kept breaking. And like one day, my brother's girlfriend asked us if we wanted to do our nails done with her. We was like, yeah, girl, let's go. And so it was her, me, my two sisters, and my friend Olivia. And so we go get our nails done. And after we get our nails done, so I'm holding the phone and I'm driving with this hand, my least dominant hand. That was dumb of me. So I'm turning onto that strip. Turn onto the strip, and I overturned. And I froze. Like, I was in my head like, okay, you know, you're just on a curb, you know, it's okay. Just go ahead, let's brake, and let's, you know, try to get this situated. I did not do that. My foot stayed on that gas, and I was just sitting there like, I really do not know what happened. I do not know. I just froze. And then my car went right into a tree. And I was just screaming like, my car. My sister gets out the car. She's like, bro. She's like, bro, get out the car, get out the car. And at this time, my foot is still on the gas. My foot's still on the gas. Like, just pressing real hard on it, real hard. Like, car not in park, foot on the gas, just a mess. Take my foot off the gas, put my car in park. I don't even have my shoes on. I get out the car without my shoes on because I don't drive with my shoes on. Get out the car with my shoes on. And I'm just like, I'm in the middle of the shit, like, my God. My God. And my friend's like, "Aya, calm down, calm down, calm down." I'm like, no, my daddy gonna kill me. My daddy gonna kill me. The car not paid off, bro. The car not paid off. I was just crying. I was hysterical. My brother girlfriend pulled up. And my other sister's just like, what happened? What happened? I was like, I don't know. Call my dad. Dad, I just got into an accident. He was like, what? Slow down, slow down. I was like, I was turning and I overturned and I hit a tree. And he was like, is the car still drivable? Can you still drive the car? Is everybody okay? And I'm like, yeah, Leah's driving it right now. But after that, my dad was like, just take it home. Just relax. Don't worry about it. I was stressed out because I was like, how am I gonna fix this? How am I gonna get this fixed? We went home. I calmed down some. And me and my friend, we still went to Ross and we still went swimming. Just so like I could take my mind off of it. Okay, fast forward to my dad. He comes down here, sees the car, and he takes it home. And so he's like, I'm gonna take it to the shop. We're gonna contact the insurance company. But the insurance company basically said it was total and they just cut a check for it. And that check paid off the car, so it didn't mess up my dad's credit or anything. That check paid off the car, and yeah, they kept my car. Why did I see my car on the same dealership's website? Fast forward to now. So currently I'm looking for another car, because I need to start driving again. And the car we have down here, I'm not driving that. It's a truck and I'm so scared of driving trucks. One, it's a truck. I'm scared of driving trucks. Two, that thing is like 15 years old. Three, it has a lot of problems with it and I don't want none of that. I don't want none of the smoke. I don't want none of it. The dash don't work. You can't see which gear you're putting it into. You just gotta know your gears. And I don't want to go through that. So I want another car so I can get better at driving, okay? I want another car so I can get better at driving. So yeah, I'm currently looking for another car. And this time I'm going to save up a lot more so I can get a cash car. I don't want a note or anything. Just want to buy it outright. And I was just like, so I go to the dealership that I got my first car from, just browsing, seeing what they got, seeing if they have anything. Yeah. Sparkle, I saw her. And at first, like, I was just joking, like, not this my car, not this my car. But I looked at the gas mileage. Mind you, I said it was 45,000 miles. I see a stain in the back of the trunk. A stain that was in my car. Same color, same spot. Sparkle is a thing of the past, and we're gonna get something bigger and better, baby. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with everybody know and everybody don't know. And I will see you guys in future videos.